To Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 13th, 2012, almost at 12, 2017. Today we will be talking about SmackDown Live September 12, because ladies and gentlemen, we got a new champion, new champions. I can't say what kind because there ain't know who's going for what. But we have a new champion. We had 3 titles on the line. And we saw Social Benjamin and Chad Gable made another match. And ladies and gentlemen, we saw a heel turn. We don't know it's a heel turn yet because he didn't attack anyone. But ladies and gentlemen, we will tell you mostly every single thing that happened here because it's mostly talking about the championships because they were better. So ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we had on SmackDown Live was Kevin Owens talking about suing the McMahons and everybody that's in SmackDown Live. Because what Shane McMahon has done. Well, Kevin Owens went talking about how is he going to change things to make it to the Kevin Owens show, firing people, making Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips wear the same, be in one suit, and a whole bunch of stuff. And then we heard he called out Mr. McMahon out. But Shane McMahon music hit, and you know Dolph Ziggler's doing this weird, stupid, I had to take somebody's entrance. He tried to be like Shane McMahon, and somehow Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler are friends now. Remember when he was a good guy and he's a bad guy and they hated each other? I remember that. I believe it was on Fastlane for the Intercontinental title before. I think it was 2016, something like that. Then it was Daniel Bryan that came out, and Daniel Bryan's talked to Kevin Owens saying you won't not like what Vince McMahon has to say to you, and Kevin Owens said the same thing. Vince McMahon won't like what I have to say to him. Maybe he's right about that. Maybe. And then he joined, and then he walked away, and then we had the first match of 3 titles. Well, first was we had Ty Dillinger getting his United States Championship match against AJ Styles. It was a phenomenal match. It was a pretty good match until Baron Corbin came in and tried to distract AJ Styles, but AJ Styles still won the match by submission. Did a calf crusher on Ty Dillinger, but Baron Corbin attacked AJ Styles and threw him right into the WWE Universe. He actually was in the universe. And he attacked Ty Dillinger. And then he attacked AJ Styles again with End of Days on the floor. And telling him, your United States Open Challenge, your next opponent will be me next week, Baron Corbin. I don't know if Baron Corbin will win the championship. He already lost the Money in the Bank, so. It was his fault, technically, losing that Money in the Bank, because Cena wasn't doing anything. Cena wasn't distracting him. He got distracted by himself. Cena got up on the apron. He was helping himself up, and then he attacked him, and then Jinder Mahal won. The second title match, we had the New Day versus the Usos in a Sin City straight fight for the tag team titles. But they joined Exhibit Woods was not at ringside. The rule was there has to be 2-on-2 for the tag team titles. It was a pretty good match. We saw tables get broken. We saw a chair get used. We saw candlesticks get used. We saw hot flyings. But the winner of that match was the Midnight Hour, the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. And now the New Day, I believe they're like a 4-time tag team champions, something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. A 4-time WWE tag team champions, but a 2-time SmackDown tag team champions, and a whole bunch of Raw ones. But they enjoy 2-2. So they're the new tag team champions. We have a new champion in the in SmackDown with those 3 titles online. And then we had the Women's Championship. I'm sorry for the music. I do have my balcony open, so there's going to be weird noises up there. We had the Women's Championship, Naomi versus Natalya for the women's title. It was an okay match, but the weirdest thing, we saw Ellsworth with a chain around his neck. I guess I guess Carmella has a new doggy named James Ellsworth. And then Carmella distracted Natalya, but she still won the match. She is still your SmackDown Women's Champion. She beat Naomi, and Naomi was crying. No, she wasn't very crying. She was upset she lost the title, but she wasn't crying. I don't think she was. Then we had Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, the new tag team, versus the team of Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder, the Hype Bros. It was a pretty good match. It was pretty good. It wasn't that bad. But, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. But, ladies and gentlemen, Mojo Rawley shook the hands of Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, and Zack Ryder didn't. This is why I said there's a heel turn. I think Zack Ryder might attack Mojo Rawley because they're losing a lot of tag team matches. I think there's going to be a rivalry match between those two, him and Mojo. Another boring rivalry might happen. Another team get broken. That's not nice, man. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the main event, it was not a main event because, ladies and gentlemen, the ending had Kevin Owens and Mr. McMahon bickering at each other and complaining at each other. And, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. McMahon says if Kevin Owens did the lawsuits, if he hears that attorney, hears about a lawsuit, Kevin Owens will be fired. But Kevin Owens was complaining about Shane McMahon attacking him last week on SmackDown Live. But if you were Shane McMahon, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are like Shane McMahon, and somebody talks about your kids, mostly your kids and your wife, don't you think you're going to be attacking the person that did it? Remember, Shane McMahon did get suspended, but Vince McMahon says, I didn't suspend it because he attacked you. He said he suspended him because he didn't kick the living hell of you at all. But he says, I'm going to reinstate him and do what he said, what Vince McMahon said he would do inside the Hell in a Cell. At Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, SmackDown Live's pay-per-view, at Hell in a Cell in October, it will be Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens inside the Hell in a Cell. I already know this match was going to happen, but ladies and gentlemen, and Kevin Owens made a deal. He said if a McMahon provoke him, he could beat them senseless. And he agreed with it. They shook hands, and then Mr. Kevin Owens bumped in the head, head-butted Vince McMahon, and you actually could see the cut of the blood dripping down the face of Vince McMahon. And ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't done there. He kicked him in the ribs. The referee's telling him, get out of here. He did a super kick. And then he was going to do a frog splash, but some bald guy, I don't know who it was, yelled. You actually could hear him yelling, get down, get down. And he did a frog splash on Vince McMahon. And ladies and gentlemen, Vince had to go to the hospital. The first time ever we saw the Raw commissioner on SmackDown Live, Stephanie McMahon came to the rest to help her father and yelled at Kevin Owens, and she tried to help her father, but her father wanted to go on the stretcher. He still has it. He's still strong. He still has those grapefruits. But ladies and gentlemen, I think SmackDown was better. But remember, I will do Thursday will be the second episode of this Raw versus SmackDown, but I'm not getting. I said SmackDown was better, but Raw was good too. So I will tell you that on Thursday. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me today. If you guys did like this video, hit the like button. Dislikers, you know what you need to do, because you guys are dislikers. You guys don't like me. That's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys thought about SmackDown Live. What you thought about Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens for the inside the Hell in a Cell. I think that it will be a pretty good match. It was a pretty good match between AJ and Shane McMahon, but Kevin Owens and Shane inside the cell, pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you guys thought about it on the comments below. And ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon to be notified every time I upload a video. Because ladies and gentlemen, I do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday, and Saturdays. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. And I will see you tomorrow when we do NXT and Lucha Underground's results. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. Ta-da out.